Hi people, today we are going to learn about function overloading, operating overloading, and also we'll see what are dynamic attributes. Okay, so let's start with function overloading. Okay, so now you must be knowing that in Java and C++, function overloading is what? It is a concept of object-oriented programming language, right? Where the name of the function is same, but the parameters or the arguments are changing, right? Sometimes there are 2 arguments, there are 3 arguments, so number of arguments or the data types change. That is called function overloading, right? So let us try to perform function overloading in Python. So let me make a function add. Let me try to add 2 numbers, a comma b. Okay, so in this what will happen? Let's take c equal to a plus b and print c. Okay, so this is a simple function. Now to overload this function, what I'll have to do, I'll have to write another function and the name should be same, and now I'll take 3 parameters, a, b and c. You can take anything, I'm just making the simple addition function, it's the easiest one. Okay, so now d is equal to a plus b plus c. Okay. So this is what it is. Now let's print d. Now if I want to call, now I have to call the function to see whether overloading is happening or not. So let us call add and let me pass the parameter 3, 4. Let's see if it is displaying. Okay, see, add is missing one positional argument. Okay, why is this? Here I have a function called add, but it is not, it is having 2 arguments, so this should work. If it was C++ or Java, it would have worked. But in Python, what happens? Whenever you try to do the overloading, the last part, like this one, this is only considered. Means if you have 10 functions with the same name, the most last function, the most recent function, whatever is there, that will be only considered. Okay, so I'll have to pass 3 parameters here, then it is working perfectly. I hope you understand what is function overloading. So now let's try to perform operator overloading. Okay, so what I'll do, let me take okay, let me take the same function, add. Now depending on the data type, we will change the we will perform overloading. Let's see what happens here. Let me take this. Now do you know what is the purpose of this? Now this means what? You can have one argument, 2 argument, 3 argument, number of parameters. You don't need to specify here like a comma b comma c, like that. If you are putting stars followed by a variable name, it doesn't have to be args. Okay, you can write anything. So let me take AR only. So then that will be a bit different. Let's see. Okay, so if d type is equal to int. Okay, now what will happen? We have to do is something. Let's take a parameter which is okay, let me just if it is int, then let's take answer is equal to 0. Okay, now next is if d type is equal to str. At this case, what will happen? Answer here, I forgot the colon. Okay, now here answer will be equal to null. Okay, nothing at all. Now what I have to do, I'll have to, let me just use this loop for x in AR. Now this means what? No matter how many parameters you have done, x is the iterator, it will iterate through all the parameters. So if there are 5 parameters, then x will go from through all the parameters. Okay, now answer is equal to answer plus x. Now if x is 1, then answer will be 0 plus 1, which is 1. If x is 2, answer will be 0 plus 2. Now if x is ABC, answer will be null plus ABC, which is ABC, right? This is not space, this is null, this is nothing. Okay, so it will be ABC. So that's why we initialize this, so that we have something to add it with. That is the way we will get it, right? So now let me here print the answer, whatever it is. Okay, now after this, let me call the function from outside. So add, the d type is what? Integer. Let me pass integer. Here I am passing 2, 3, 4, 5. I can take any number of values. Okay, so let us see. So I'm getting 14. That is 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 14. These were added with 0 because answer was initialized to 0 when it is integer. This part is integer. Okay, now let me take string, add str. Now what will happen here? Let me take ABC, then hi, then people. Okay, so here 14 and ABC, hi people. Why? No spaces are there, so that's why it's coming like this. So I hope you understand what is operator overloading and function overloading. It is not possible to perform function overloading in Python, but it is possible to perform operator overloading. Now this plus is the operator which is behaving as concatenator for string values. It concatenates the string values, but when they are integer value, it just adds them. It is not giving us 2, 3, 4, 5 as the answer. Why? Because they are integers. Now if I make them string like this, then we will get 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so what is the error? Integer. Okay, here I need to put string, right? Okay, so now 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I hope you get it. Now let us talk about what is dynamic attributes. Okay, now for dynamic attributes, what we need to do, let us create a class. I can name it anything. Let me just name it dynamic. It doesn't matter. Okay, so now let me take, inside this you need to take a data type. If you are making this, let us see this example, then we'll understand better. So I'm taking a dictionary for this case. So what is happening here? There are some inbuilt functions like get attribute. This allows you to do what? This allows you to get the attribute value at runtime. Okay, that is why it is dynamic. So let me take self and argument. You know why self? Go watch my other video on classes and objects, which I showed inheritance and how you make a class. And there I have explained what is the purpose of self. So watch that. Okay, so now return here self item. Let me return this. Okay, so what is happening? Whatever the item is, it will return that item back. This is the purpose of get attribute here. So let me create an object. A is equal to dynamic, because this is the class name. So this is now the constructor which I am creating. Okay, now for x in range, let me take any range, it doesn't matter. Let me take range 6, so it will go from 0 to 5. Okay, what I have to do is a of x is equal to, you can do anything, x into x, so this will give the square or something. So what is happening here is, see, I'm taking an iterator in the range of 6, means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, so what is happening? A, which is the object, and x is the, because we have taken dictionary, so this is the key and this is the value. Okay, you can take anything here. You can take string values also, your string keys also. It won't be an issue. So what is this happening is, since we have taken here a dictionary, so it is dynamically creating a dictionary. Okay, so now let me just display this dictionary. So for x in range 6, so what we have, let me just print a of x. So this dictionary is being created dynamically. So what is happening? 0 square is 0, 1 square 1, then 4, 9, 16 and 25. Okay, so we can do this in some other way also. If I'm let me take string values here, like let me take here b is equal to hi. Okay, so here let me do b plus, let us do here b is equal to b plus people. Let's see what happens here, and here I will put the value of b. So hi people, hi people, people, hi people, people, people. So this is what the output is. So I hope you understand how it is working. Here I have initialized the value hi to a variable. Okay, now in the for loop, what I am doing, every time whatever b, here first b is equal to hi, so hi people, then now the b's value is hi people. So a of x is allocated, means a of 0 is getting the value hi people. So the key is 0 and the value is hi people. Okay, so let us we can take any other kind of value also, like a of anything. If you don't want to use for loop, you can directly do it in a way like x a of high taken in a string is equal to people. So now if I'm writing print a of high, then what I'll get? People. So this is how it is done. This is one of the ways you can create a dynamic dictionary. So you can try it for other type of things also, not only dictionary. Now let us see another example of a dynamic. Okay, so I'm taking a class vehicle. Fine. In this I'm taking vehicle type, which is let me take car. Okay, so now that is all I'll write in the class. Now let me create an object of vehicle. So this is what I'm taking, because this is the constructor and the class name, you already know that. Now let me make a function. This is not a member function of the class. Okay, this is just a simple function. Now price. What is the price? Let me return some value and price, return file, whatever, this one. Okay, now let us make a dynamic attribute. Let me just comment it so that you don't get confused. Dynamic attribute. Okay, so how we are making it is ob.cost. Now this cost, this is dynamically I'm making it. Now what is the value of cost? Cost is equal to price. Don't call the function here. It is just this ob.cost is equal to price. This is what you made. You are naming this. As this. Okay. So now what I'll have to do? Let me just print these two, so we know how to use it. ob.vtype. Why? Because ob is the object of the function. If I want to access the member variable of the class, object of the class. Sorry. So if I want to access the member variable of the class, at that time what? Object name dot the variable name, we can do that. So ob.vtype. So this will give us the value car. Okay. Now if I want to access the dynamic object, at that time what I'll do? Print ob.cost, and now you will put the parenthesis. So this will give us the cost, because price is a function. If you want to directly call price, then also it will give you the, what happened here? Vehicle has not, okay, this is not a member function of this. So yeah, directly price we can call. But if we want to create a dynamic attribute of the class, then at that time what? ob.cost, and then make it this. So now I'm getting the cost again. So this is what dynamic attributes are. So I hope you understood this video. If you have any doubts, then kindly let me know in the comment section. And thanks for watching.